Hello, I want to introduce the topic of why AI needs ethical thinking. Disclaimer: this video in no way seeks to offend or is religious in nature. I simply want to perform a search engine query and then analyze the result that comes back. So here goes. But I will ask you the question first. What color was Jesus? Please have a think about this and try to visualize how Jesus might have looked way back then. However, just a quick warning, I will not ask that question directly. Are you intrigued? Do you have a picture of Jesus in your mind? Let's find out what happens. Before we crack on with the content, I just want to quickly say we are passionate about this stuff. Please like and share so that others may too discover this content. We create materials around education, technology, AI, business, social issues and futurism. Join, subscribe, follow us. Let's now crack on with this video. Here in front of you is an unintended consequence. I simply typed Jesus into Google and I got back a whole bunch of pictures. Subconsciously, these pictures are telling me that Jesus was white. Out of interest, I wanted to see if other search engines behaved in the same way. So I tried DuckDuckGo, and what I found was that they did a slightly better job. Yes, some of the images were similar, but perhaps more recent images, more recent studies, more recent ideas have been brought up and shown in the search results. Now, I'm not trying to make the point here about which is the better search engine. I'm just trying to simply show to you how this can occur. A direct question for something gives an answer, an impression for something else. I hope you would agree that this is an unintended consequence. Yet some academics believe that Jesus and his family can be traced to a certain part in Iraq. What that means is the people from that area were not white, but they were much more likely to be brown or olive skin coloured. Yet how did we get here? How did we get to a Google search result that probably has not been adjusted? Yet, when I ask a question, very simply, I just enter Jesus, I get back a whole bunch of images that would suggest that he is white. Google has captured our culture, our history, the people who created paintings, films, and iconography. So our culture has been biased in how it represents Jesus, and Google has simply picked up on this and created a database that encapsulates how our culture behaved over a number of hundreds of years. Now, Google uses AI. That AI helps it deliver better results. And yet, here we are. Results generated using AI, communicating to users in an unintended way that Jesus is white. As I said in the intro, I do not wish to cause controversy and state my opinion on the racial, ethnicity, or skin colour of Jesus. So I simply ran a query for Jesus. Now let's repeat the query, but with the question I asked you. What colour was Jesus Christ? Now let's look at the results page. On the left, we get a description that is at odds with the images shown on the right. Do you see the problem? On the left, I get the answer that I might expect, and on the right, the search engine seems to be fishing for images that might imply a hidden bias. From my perspective, I would like to express the problem in the form of takeaways. 1. Ask a direct question and you might get a straightforward answer that you're happy with. 2. If you fill up your databases with data and you're not very careful, you could bake in, and I'll repeat this point, you could bake in biases. So there could be unintended consequences on how you treat the wider society. And there is seriousness. You could be doing this now and into the future. We have no idea for how long we would promulgate ideas, just in the way a lousy law could have negative consequences in the long term. Consider this. If I had asked, show me how Jesus has been interpreted through history, in my mind I know and understand and can expect the answer to come back with loaded cultural views. It's up to me then to sift through the results and to come up with my own conclusions. Now, in comparison, if I simply asked for Jesus, why would I get the historical and cultural answer and not the current view or interpretation? How was that decided, and are we happy with this? The final takeaway number 3 is this. It takes a considerable effort to gather data, build databases, create indexes, and then for the AI to learn from users what the correct answer to a particular question should be. Where in this process is the ethical dimension? Should we not be asking questions such as, are we likely to cause harm? With one query, we might author a truth. With another, the exact opposite impression might be created. Just think how damaging this could be, and here I'm thinking about fake news. In academia, we use a peer review process in an attempt to keep research claims on the rails. However, in engineering, especially in aviation, engineering ethics, discipline and procedures are precisely the reasons aeroplanes do not fall out of the sky on a more regular basis. So where are we with data and AI ethics? Is there not a need to ask ethical questions and hold people and organizations to account? Do we not need to move faster to have AI-based systems operating to ethical standards? Please remember, this is a simple and easy to reproduce example using search engines. I am more worried about the impact of more complex and less easily identified systems, such as those used for medical diagnosis or in criminal justice. There could be bias against certain specific segments of society. I want to leave you with a final example. Let's see how 2 search engines deal with the term Ukraine. Here's Google. Here's DuckDuckGo. And what a striking difference. Perhaps you could add your comments below. I hope you took something away from this video. Please like and share to help us with the algorithms and the recommendation engines. We seek to inform and educate people on these crucial topics. See you in the next video, and thank you for watching.